talking about every heart, but we are specifically concentrating on the heart of mammals. Now, the first point you need to take note of about the transport system of mammals, as I mentioned, is that it has or undergoes double circulation. The type of circulation that occurs in mammals is known as double circulation. I think I mentioned this in class. So I'm going to ask Precious, why is it referred to as double circulation? This question is going to Precious. Yes, what's your answer? I talked about it in the last class. Why do we refer to this as double circulation? Yes? Yeah, Precious, are you still here? Okay, you don't know. Okay, very good. I like your answer. It's all right. So, Glory, could you help us out?
Huh?
Why did we refer to it as double circulation?
So I said it is double circulation because blood passes through the heart twice.
Okay, so Precious, did you get what she said? You can type if you can hear me. I'm looking at your live chats. Precious, did you get what she just said? It is referred to as double circulation because blood passes through the heart twice. Did you get it? Precious, I've not seen your response. Or should I explain? Okay, so if you look at it now, let's run through that. Look, double circulation is a circulation in which blood passes through the heart twice, and it is characteristic to most of your vertebrates except your fish in most cases. However, we are considering the double circulation in mammals. If you consider the heart of a mammal, it is 4-chambered. How many chambers did I say you have in the heart of a mammal? 4 chambers. Now, this is not the actual structure. I'll put up the structure of the heart quite soon, but for now, let's take note of this. Now, there are 4 major connections to this heart. The first connection is to the first part of the heart. The second connection is to the second part of the heart, and then you have the third and the fourth part. Now, these upper parts of the heart are what we refer to as your auricles. So these upper parts are your auricles. The upper part are your auricles, while the lower parts are your ventricles. So I hope everybody has taken note of this. Upper part auricles, lower part ventricles. The other name for auricles is your atrium or atria, as in plural. So take note of that. Now, this particular part is going to be referred to as your right auricle, while this part is referred to as your left auricle. Same thing applies here, your right ventricle, while this part is your right auricle. I'm trying to explain double circulation, but before I explain that, you need to understand how the heart is designed. Sorry, are you guys still following? Hello, are you guys following?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. So let's continue. Now, with that said, we move ahead. So, where does the heart circulation occurs? Double circulation is actually segmented into 2 parts. And the 2 parts include the pulmonary circulation, and then you have your systemic circulation. Please put this down. The 2 parts of the double circulation in mammals include the pulmonary circulation and the systemic circulation. Let me just get something in a minute. I'll be back. Don't take light. What? I don't need to know. I drink this Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. So I hope you guys wrote this down. I said double circulation is segmented into two. We have the pulmonary circulation and your systemic circulation. You've taken note of it, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Now, we are going to
Yes,
look,
sir.
thank you. We are going to look at the sequence of this pulmonary circulation. But before we get to that, I think I mentioned some parts. I said that whenever blood is circulating in the body, oxygen is carried by the blood and all your blood cells use the oxygen. After they have finished using the oxygen, the blood will go back to the heart and the heart will now carry it to be oxygenated. Now, there are two major blood vessels that carry blood from the whole body to the heart. Those blood vessels are your superior vena cava, which carries blood from the upper part of the body, and then you have your inferior vena cava, which carries blood from the lower parts of the body. Now, we also mentioned that the inferior vena cava is the largest vein in the body. Okay, are you guys still with me? No, I did not say you should write.
Yes,
though.
sir.
Just the thing probably you will take note of is superior vena cava carries transport blood from the upper parts of the body to the heart. Inferior vena cava transport blood from the lower part. But don't write. I'm just describing. I'll still give you the notes basically. You get? Okay. So the only thing you could highlight are like maybe important points, something like that. Then we'll discuss it in details. Now, having said this, are we there? You will notice something, that these two parts are carrying deoxygenated blood. So which means the sequence of flow, first of all, is that the superior and inferior vena cava will carry deoxygenated blood without oxygen, and transport it into the right auricle. So if you are asked, what is the first part of entry or point of entry of blood into the heart? The answer is what? Right auricle. Sorry, are you guys following me now?
Yes, sir.
Very good. So you could put this,
Yes, sir.
statement down, that the right auricle is the first point of entry or first part of the heart in which the oxygenated blood enters. The right auricle is the first part of the heart in which the oxygenated blood enters. So let's continue. Now, having mentioned this, blood that enters this right auricle does not have oxygen. And from this right auricle, what happens is that the right auricle will contract and push this blood from this right auricle into the right ventricle. So look at the direction. Okay, let's I would like to create a space on the top, so I will be taking note of the direction of the flow. So let me take this out. Oh, we need the diagram, Sha. Or you can see it ish. Okay, so let's look at this. Everybody can see the top of this board, right? Right? Can you guys see this part?
Sir.
Okay, very good. So we said the first part is your vena cava. Okay, let's say the oxygenated blood. So the oxygenated blood is carried from the whole body into the vena cavas. Please, the first vena cava, superior, is from what part? Upper part or lower part?
Upper part.
Superior means up, so upper part. Inferior is down, so lower. But inferior is larger because it collects blood from more parts. Your leg, your trunk, your chest region, thoracic region, blood from all those regions are collected by the inferior vena cava. Okay, so let's continue. So we have that. So from the vena cava, it enters the right auricle. Now, from the right auricle, it will enter the right ventricle. But on passing through the right auricle to the right ventricle, there is a valve there. And that valve is what we call the tricuspid valve. Now, you guys can actually be writing this sequence or putting down this thing I'm writing. Okay, can I continue?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very
So
good.
let's understand it first. Too.
What are you understanding? What do you want to clarify? Oh yeah, let's go. Your question. Yes. Oh, did you have a question, or you just wanted me to like pace, like give you guys time?
Yes, I was saying that we should understand what you're explaining first.
Okay. So
It's all right.
okay, it's all right. So okay, like you want to get the whole process before you start putting down. Is that the point?
Yes.
Okay,
So
no
that somebody
issues.
will not be confused.
No issues. But so far, did you understand what I've been doing so far?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So let's continue. Now, as I said, the deoxygenated blood would move into the vena cava, from vena cava to right auricle, from right auricle to push it down to the right ventricle. Now, the valve is like a door. It's like a window that closes after blood passes from right auricle to right ventricle. The reason is to prevent, you could put this down like as a side note, the presence of the valve, any valve at all, whether it's tricuspid or bicuspid, is to prevent backflow of blood. Backflow of blood during contraction. The presence of valves is to prevent backflow of blood during contractions. Okay. Are we there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm going to try to
Yes,
put
sir.
up a video so we would see what I exactly mean by the contraction. Let me see if I should have this here. Did I create? Do I have this? Oh, nah. Okay, yeah. Which one of them? I'm trying to see. I'm coming. I want to put it up so everybody can see it. Okay. I think there should be. Let me change the capture device here. Okay, so let me try to slow the video down. Can you guys see it? Hello?
Yes, sir, we can see it.
But it's not clear.
I know, I'm trying to let me slow it down a little bit. So if you look at it, the blood goes from this part. You can see this upper part. Purple blood moves into this part and then it closes. When it closes, it prevents the blood from entering back to where it's coming from. I hope everybody understood what I just said.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very
Yes,
good.
sir.
So that was just what I wanted to illustrate with a visual aid so that we would see that basically. So yeah, I think we can do away with that and come back to our study. So what did I say is the function of the valve? The function of the valve is basically
It should prevent
It prevents.
thank you. So once you have blood flowing, the valve's major function is to prevent it from going back. Okay. Yes, I should take this out. Okay, so let's continue. Now, oh wow. Now, having said that, okay, these two. Come back to our illustration. Okay, so having said that, as I said, tricuspid valve is the one that prevents right blood from going into right auricle. Once it passes, it will prevent it from going back because the tricuspid valve will close. Then we go to the next one. Now, from the right ventricle, which is this lower part, it will contract and push blood into the pulmonary artery. Pulmonary artery. Are we there? Now,
Yes, sir.
this
Yes, sir.
pulmonary artery will branch into left and right. So you could put left and right pulmonary artery. So from the ventricle, it pushes it into the pulmonary artery, which branches into like a left and right. Now, this is not how the structure of the heart is. You get? I'll put up a picture of something that looks very close to it, but for now let's understand the flow. That's what I'm trying to do. So it will push in blood, part will go to the left, the other one will go to the right. The left and right is that it is supplying the blood to the left and right lungs. So that tells you that you have 2 lungs. How many lungs does everybody have? 2. I hope this is clear. I hope this is clear.
Precious says she's not clear.
What was not clear? Right ventricle.
From the lung part.
No, we've not gotten to the lungs. I said right ventricle, the blood will flow from the right ventricle into the pulmonary artery. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Good. So that's where we are now. So we've not gone further. It's just that I'm telling you. So I'm telling you that there are 2 pulmonary arteries because it is going to the left and the right lungs. You have 2 lungs now. So one has to go to the left, the other one has to go to the right. All clear?
Okay, sir, yes.
Very good. Now, you know, once blood is flowing out of here, there has to be a valve at this point that will prevent the blood from coming back. And that valve is what we refer to as the semi-lunar valve. So notice at each junction. Ma?
Sir, what did you say?
I said there's a
What
valve.
did you say?
There's a valve that prevents blood from flowing back from the pulmonary artery back into the right ventricle. That valve is known as the semi-lunar valve. Are we there? Are we there?
Yes, sir. Semi-lunar, right?
Yes, semi-lunar valve. Semi-lunar is because it looks like a half moon. That's why it's referred. Yeah, that's why.
Semi-lunar valve.
Yeah, semi-lunar valve. Yes. Semi-lunar valve. What I'm describing now is the system of flow of blood. We've not got into the structure. We'll discuss the structure and now mention these things in details. Now let's see where we are. We are in the right. We are in the pulmonary artery, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now remember, what blood is flowing here? Hope you know it's the oxygenated blood that is flowing here.
Deoxygenated.
Yeah, that's blood without oxygen. It's still flowing.
Yeah.
That is exactly why. Normally, arteries carry oxygenated blood, but the only artery in the body that carries the oxygenated blood is pulmonary artery. Put that down. The only artery in the body that carries the oxygenated blood is pulmonary artery. So generally speaking, most of your arteries in your body will carry oxygenated blood. You get, but the only artery in the body that carries deoxygenated blood is the pulmonary artery. Okay.
The only artery that carries
the oxygenated blood is the pulmonary
artery.
artery. Yes. Can I continue?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now moving ahead. That deoxygenated blood, we said pulmonary artery will carry it to the lungs. So both left and right lungs. Now, what will happen in the lungs? Oxygenation. So blood becomes oxygenated. Sorry, did you get this now? Hope we got this. Students,
Sir.
You got this, right?
No.
I said when blood flows from the pulmonary artery and enters the lungs, it will become oxygenated in the lungs. That's why I wrote here, blood becomes oxygenated after it passes through the lungs. Is this clear? Hello?
Yes, sir, it is.
Yes, sir, it's clear.
Okay, so let's continue. Now, I will just write oxygenated blood so you know that it has changed. Oxygenated blood. So now what is flowing out of the lungs is oxygenated blood, and the first part it enters is the pulmonary vein. So you can put that down. So you write, also write as a note, the pulmonary vein is the only vein in the body that carries oxygenated blood. Generally speaking, veins carry deoxygenated blood, but the pulmonary vein is the only vein in the body that carries oxygenated blood. Is this clear? Students, it seems it's, okay, very good. Yeah, very good. Let's continue.
So,
okay.
excuse
Go
me,
ahead.
sir.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
When the blood passes through the lungs, it's called oxygenated blood.
No, when the blood passes through the lungs,
Abi?
it becomes oxygenated. It's not cold. Do you understand? If you pass it through the
Okay,
lungs,
it
it
becomes,
becomes
yes.
oxygenated. Oxygenated means that, you know, the lungs, that's where oxygen is now. So the lungs will give it oxygen and it becomes oxygenated.
Yeah?
You get my point, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's continue. Now,
So another one is the oxygenated blood is going to the pulmonary vein,
pulmonary
Abi?
vein. Thank you. Yes, yes. Now from the pulmonary vein, this oxygenated blood will now move into, are you still with me? Into the left auricle.
Yes, sir.
Remember, there is left and right, Sha. Left and right pulmonary. So the both of them will move into the left auricle. Are we there? Are we there?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now, this is the end of the pulmonary circulation. Do you understand? So these things that happen now has described the pulmonary circulation. So by the time the blood is entering the left auricle, that is the end of the pulmonary circulation, because the blood has become oxygenated and has returned back to the heart. Is this clear? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
you could actually write that the pulmonary circulation is basically the different mechanisms through which the blood becomes oxygenated by passing from the heart to the lungs. The different mechanisms through which the blood becomes oxygenated by passing
Sorry,
from the
sir.
heart to the lungs.
Mr. Agbe, Mr. Godson,
Yeah, I can hear you.
what is it?
Sir, please, can you repeat it?
I said the pulmonary circulation describes the different mechanisms through which blood becomes oxygenated by passing from the heart to the lungs. By passing from the heart to the lungs. By passing from the heart to the lungs. Through which blood becomes oxygenated by passing from the heart to the lungs. Okay, should I continue?
Sir, I have a question.
Go ahead, yes.
If the blood is passing from the heart to the lungs, will it go back to the heart?
Yes. But then it's not going back to the same place. It's going to the left. Remember, we started at the right auricle. It entered the right auricle,
Yeah.
went into the left ventricle. Ventricle now pushed it out into the lungs. Then from the lungs, it will come back to the heart. Now, that is why we said blood passes through the heart twice. The first part is when the oxygenated blood enters. The second part is when oxygenated blood enters. Do you guys get?
Yes, sir.
Good. So it's coming back to the heart, but this time it's oxygenated. And where will it enter? It will enter the left auricle. Where did I say it's going to enter?
The left auricle.
Now, from the left auricle, it would move from the left auricle into the left ventricle. And the valve there is what we refer to as your bicuspid valve. Bicuspid valve. Another name for bicuspid valve is mitral valve. Yes. Yeah, whose hand is up?
It's what?
Bicuspid valve.
My hand.
Yeah, what's up? What's up? Question?
Okay. Yeah, my question is this.
Yeah.
You said that when the blood passes through the lungs, it becomes oxygenated blood.
Yes, yes.
And then it goes to the pulmonary vein.
Yes.
So from the pulmonary vein, it moves it to the
Back to the heart.
left auricle. Is it
Yeah.
left auricle or ventricle?
No, left auricle. Okay, so as I was saying,
Yes.
good. So from the left ventricle, so remember that from left auricle, it passes through the bicuspid valve. The bicuspid valve is a door that closes it. Then from bicuspid it enters the left ventricle. Then from the left ventricle it leaves the heart into the aorta, and from the
So
aorta,
what do you say?
from the left ventricle, are you following?
Yes, sir.
Oxygenated blood will be pushed from the left ventricle into the aorta. The aorta is the largest artery, I meant to say. The aorta is the largest artery in the body. So it's going to pass this blood from the aorta to other parts of the body. To other parts of the body. Okay, so guys, notice something. This other part now, from here, is what we refer to as systemic circulation. So when blood flows from the heart, are you listening, to the other systems in the body or to the other parts of the body, it is referred to as systemic circulation. This part, pulmonary. This part, systemic.